what's on our next page? What is this thing? A lobster.
Take a minute or two and just kind of look through this data and tell me if anything pops out to you.
When the induction program was first introduced in eastern Iowa, it was very invigorating.
You raise your hand if you had a correct proportion on your paper.
The NTC induction model is a full release program. The coaches are able to come right into the classroom and giving them immediate feedback so they can impact their instruction immediately.
As a first-year teacher, I've been overwhelmed with so many different things. One, just learning procedurally how the school operates, learning the students, learning the content, learning the curriculum.
It sounds like that would really help solidify that growth mindset.
I have greatly benefited from Becky and that coach position.
Why am I going to underline hour?
Because hours is what we're trying to figure out.
I think that it's easy as a new teacher to get into the trap of this is what I can do right now and just kind of staying there. And the supports I've gotten from my coach has helped me to always be looking at now what, how can I improve? One of the most powerful things that I've felt from the induction program is having someone who comes in every week and is there solely to meet whatever needs that I have. And sometimes that may be lesson planning, and sometimes that may be looking at data, and sometimes it's just a shoulder to cry on.
It's opened up a different paradigm and view, perspective of how to develop teachers versus the traditional track that we usually have used in schools, which have been a one-size-fit-all model. And so now we're able to very specialize in professional development.
How are you going to know if they're meeting the visualization expectation?
I'll be checking for understanding at the beginning of the lesson. What did you visualize, JD?
We visualize about reading it.
As a new teacher, this induction program has been amazing. I think that she has become a part of my teaching and a part of the way I think. I know that she's going to be a person that I'm going to be able to use the rest of my life.
We also analyze student work. We do inquiry cycle studies together.
It was that one-on-one relationship building, gave good instructional practices and ideas for teachers, and it's been a real positive environment for our building and for our staff as well too.
I always felt like I had someone that I can go to when I needed support, and that has helped me to be a more confident teacher.
Good morning, everyone. Good. How's math class treating you?
All of my 15 teachers are transitioning to standards-based grading.
We'll be left with a -1.
And they're using those Iowa Core state standards to determine what their priority standards are. And then I'm coming in and supporting those beginning teachers with assessing those learning targets.
The goal for today is to continue working on setting up and solving proportions. I think that as I've learned more things about the Common Core, I've changed my practice. There's a big focus on students getting to their answers in multiple ways, especially in math.
Hey. As more and more teachers are leaders and understand the importance of aligning our assessment with the standards, analyzing and then differentiating to meeting the students where they are and where they need to go. And so that just filters all throughout our school then.
I said, well, what's going to be most relevant to the class that you teach next period? I absolutely, hands down, could not do this job without the training that I get. For example, one of the last academies we set a co-assessment goal as coaches, and we'll also do some peer coaching and peer observations throughout the year.
The training that those induction coaches is bar none. It gives them the confidence that they need for change.
And looking back, what can I do to help her get there and taking those steps? It's about growing and learning, and it's about taking your strengths and helping them push you forward in all areas. Has allowed me to go from teaching in the classroom to now facilitating professional development.
Never before in my career have I felt more supported.
Over half the country is rural, and so that's why it's really important to have partners in all of our districts that come together to make a difference for these kids.
We have expert coaches that we have access to and resources that we wouldn't necessarily have the ability to have that access to in a rural community.
What do you do every day?
That's what we can do in the consortium. Bring that consistency, those resources together in order for every one of those new teachers, no matter where they're starting their career, can be successful.
The consortium has really allowed us the resource of having a full release mentor. Then you can dedicate the time and the energy that is needed to support and develop new teachers.
The Induction Consortium with the new Teacher Center model has been a life-saving thing for our district.
New Teacher Center has talked for a long time about how every single student deserves an amazing teacher.
If we can make new teachers better, faster, essentially we're making our students better, faster.
Even though my job is to be the instructional leader, that's a job that I'm watching being handed out to so many of my teachers. And that's what I want to have happen, is to have an instructional leader in every single classroom for every single child.
Let's go! Yeah!